Well, hello internet, here we are. Today is my last day here in Drumheller. Well, in fact, my last morning here at this campground. I have to be out in a couple of hours. I tried to wake up early, but it didn't happen. And yeah, welcome to our vlog, so here we go. Well, I woke up and got myself half cleaned up. You know, wiped away that wonderful camper scruff. Obviously, if you're going to be around civilized people, you have to kind of look half civilized. Not like some kind of weird wild man or something. Today, I pull out of this wonderful campground. It's been a good campground. You know, it's nice to have running water in a proper shower that you can shower in. It is nice to have a proper toilet that you can toilet in. It is nice to have Wi-Fi because it does allow you to stay in touch or to download more movies and stuff. I know you can have Wi-Fi at Tim Hortons or McDonald's or whatever, but sometimes that takes forever to download a movie or two through those slower type connections. Just finished getting myself cleaned up. I'm gonna start cleaning up the trailer. I'm feeling kind of rough today, like I've overdone it, like this is the last day of the campground adventure. I have driving portion now of my vacation ahead of me, where I drive so much every day, filming in between and then stopping somewhere, whether it's on the side of the road or in a field or in a campground if I can afford it for the night. Like I said, feeling a bit rough, trying to decide if I overdid it or if I'm fighting something. If I should rest today or I get back on the road. I can pull into a Walmart parking lot or like Friesen Brothers. I just don't want to loiter there all day. So trying to decide what I can do for the best part of the day, where I can park around here for the best part of the day, then pull in a camp or in a parking lot at night to sleep hopefully, and then pull out tomorrow morning and start my driving thing. I'm gonna continue cleaning up and getting things ready for road mode around here, and if something more comes along, I'll pop on in. If not, I guess we will see y'all from the road. Well, I decided to take my chances and go up to the office to ask if they have this stall that I'm in available for one more night. I know it's another $54 or whatever it was out of my budget, but at the same time I think I've kind of overdone it the last few days, and I kind of need a recharge day for recharging. I know I could probably get the same type of recharge either moving here and there throughout the day and then squatting in a parking lot for the night, but I like it here. It's safe, it's quiet, you're around other people if you need them. You know, you got bathroom facilities, you got a nice wonderful shower possibility for either late tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm gonna probably have a quiet day today and rest up. The vlog probably won't be very riveting or entertaining. There might be one more check-in or so for the day, but everybody needs a recharge day once in a while. So we'll have to see how it goes, and we will catch y'all later. Well, hello internets, here we are. Another update, this time later on, early would be evening here. Well, had a nice afternoon nap. Made myself some sandwiches and Once I had something in my belly, things kind of settled down a bit. I ended up putting on a Netflix show and falling asleep for a couple hours. Yeah, it may mess up my sleep tonight, but hey, you know, whatever, right? It was a good day to have stayed stationary today. This is one of those crash days or reset days that I have come to learn to watch out for now in my life. Every once in a while I need a day or two like this to rest and reset from, you know, the previous adventures, the previous stress, the previous strain of the previous days. They all eventually catch up to me, eventually. And if I ignore them and I push myself, then I end up with more trouble at the other end. So it's best to take the time, lose the day, and recover for a day or two, and then keep on rolling. Because if I ignore this, what I was feeling this morning, and push on through, then I could be down for a week or more, you know, based on past experiences. But it's been a good day in the campground here. Little bit of a cooler day. Haven't even had my AC on yet today. It's a little warm. I believe it's sitting right around the 22 or so degree mark right now, which is actually kind of nice, but it's actually a little on the cool side compared to what it normally should be. Looking at the weather forecast, next week is going to be the hot week and the restart of the hot weather now that the storm system has moved through. We had a brief period for like 3 minutes of light showers, but they didn't really materialize into much except for a bit of a sprinkle, and then the sun came on back out. Trying to decide what to do this evening, if I should go out and buy my groceries for the next week, and fill up the truck, and possibility of wash the truck. The truck's just going to get dirty again because I've got back roads to go on, and you know, it's going to get dusty because it's just the nature of back roads. But if I do my running around tonight, then I won't have to do it in the morning. However, it'll probably be slightly less busy in the morning, like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. than what it is right now at, like, I believe it's somewhere around 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening. So there's nowhere that I want to go tomorrow, or even tonight for a matter, that I can't take the trailer, because the 3 stops that I want to go have large parking lots that I can park the trailer in the far end, and one of them is a gas station to fuel up the truck and buy a can of premium for the Jenny so I can cool the trailer down if I happen to, well, probably should say when I don't stay in campsites. I'm trying to make my remaining money last until I make it home, or really, really close to home, so I can complete the furthest point of the list. So I don't have to come all the way back down here just for 5 or 6 stops, you know. This list that I'm about to do is the completion of the tail end of the 2019 list when I got sick, and I wasn't able to complete the tail end of the 2019 list. So if I can weave through my list here and complete these stops here, then the next dozen or so stops that are about an hour and a half away from home can be done on a later type of road trip, or a later type of camping trip at a campground that's about 20 minutes, half hour away at a central location in those stops. I've been considering it on this road trip for future road trips to, instead of pulling the trailer all over the place, you park the trailer in a central location in the center of where you want to go, the area you want to go, and then you rent the stall for 3 or 4 days or so, and then you web out from the central location to do the stops in that area. Then you're not technically not wasting fuel dragging the trailer up and down little narrow country dirt, gravel dirt roads. You're not putting the trailer into tight spots that you have to backtrack or turn around. And then every night when you're done, you come back to a campground. I know it'll cost campground fees, but it'll probably balance out versus the fuel cost of dragging the trailer all over those areas. And then after you're done exploring that, whatever would be 1.5 to 2 hour area from the central location, you move on to the next area that is like 4 hours away from that original campsite, and then you do it all over again. And then when that's done, you move to the next campsite that is 4 hours away from the previous one, which would be like 6 or 7 hours away from the original one. And so maybe my next big adventure like that will be more of a stationary park for the home, my home base, and then I take the truck and venture out from there. As long as I'm not going to museums where I'm away from the truck for an 1.5 hours or so at a time, my dog here can come with me for the attractions, because most of what I call attractions are either geological formations or abandoned homes or whatever's, and at the most I'm 15-20 minutes from out of the truck, and I can leave the truck running with the air conditioning on, and the dog stays cool, so that way the dog's not in the trailer for 4 or 5 hours by herself, while I'm out exploring. So that's always something to consider for the future. But on this road trip here, we got a few things laid out and a few things planned. Just enjoying a semi-relaxing and quiet day here in the campground. Recharging from the previous 4 months of stuff. Everything from planning the original route to the several road trips that I made hauling trailers around, to the running around that I did at the last minute for the little short stay at the family campground when I was offered that stall, to the half preparation that I did for this one. It's kind of all came to a head, all come together where I needed to have a break and just needed to relax for the day. But probably gonna let her go from here and do a check-in later on in the evening. Unless something more interesting happens, then we'll see y'all at night. Well, hello internets, here we are. We come to the end of another day. I filmed this ending clip the morning after because I forgot to film it the night before. I chose to stay one more night in this campground, mainly because I needed the day to rest up. I was feeling kind of wrecked. I have think partly overdone it over the last few weeks, between the stress of leading up to this holiday and then the actual things that I've done on this here holiday, has kind of caught up to me a bit. I may be fighting a little bit of a cold. It's either that or I am going to have a hard crash coming one of these days. I just don't know if I should hard crash on the road somewhere, hard crash in a campsite, or make a beeline home and hard crash at home, where I can take 2-3 weeks to recover. All I know is I'm out here, I'm away from home, I have everything to survive a hard crash. I'm just in a campground where I have to pay, $54 a night to hard crash. But today was definitely needed to an extra day to stay behind and do what I needed to do. Really didn't do much of anything, hardly left the trailer all day, except to walk the dog, of course. But sometimes you need a day like that just to reboot, restart, and recover, right? But gonna end it all here. Today was a good day. Tomorrow, well, we're gonna be officially back on the road. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.